Hello and welcome back.
Welcome back to Superbly Said, Advanced English Vocabulary and Phrases.
That's right, and this material is drawn directly from a recent SpeakDuo lesson, really aimed at learners who want to master that next level of communication.
Absolutely. And if you want to apply these phrases immediately, you can always go to SpeakDuo.com. You can meet new people from all over the world, practice English on video calls, and just get more confident.
Okay, so let's jump straight in. Our first phrase today is a hand-me-down.
Right, a hand-me-down. The basic definition is a piece of clothing, or really any item, that's passed from an older person to a younger one.
But the key here, the real nuance, is the relationship, isn't it?
That's everything. I mean, people often confuse it with second-hand, but they're completely different. Second-hand is generic. It's a transaction, you know? You buy it from a shop.
Whereas a hand-me-down comes from within a family or a close circle of friends. It has this feeling of legacy, maybe even necessity.
It has a story. Exactly. So a used guitar from a shop is second-hand, but the old guitar your grandfather gives you, that's a hand-me-down. It's personal.
You hear this a lot in success stories. Someone might say, I started my YouTube channel using a hand-me-down laptop from my brother. It makes it more relatable.
Yeah, it does. And for speaking practice, say you were asked, do you still use any hand-me-down electronics?
Instead of just saying old, you could say,
I still use my dad's old speakers. They are beautiful hand-me-downs, and the sound is amazing. It just adds so much more color.
It really does. It's interesting how we have these phrases for physical objects, but also for, our internal states. Which brings us to our next one, to second-guess yourself.
Ah, yes. This is all about doubting a decision you've already made.
And we should compare this with something like reviewing your work. Reviewing is, it's calm, it's objective, you do it before a deadline.
Exactly. Second-guessing yourself is what happens after. It's that intense, retroactive anxiety. You're stuck in this loop of, did I make the right choice?
It's that 3 a.m. panic, isn't it? Waking up terrified you missed something in a report you've already sent. That's the feeling.
And it's such a time waster in creative fields. A project manager might say, I waste so much time second-guessing myself about which thumbnail is better.
Yeah, I can relate to that. So in a speaking context, if someone asked you, do you second-guess yourself after ordering food at a new restaurant?
Oh, always. I panic and immediately think I should have ordered the steak instead. That intense, almost instant regret is what defines second-guessing.
That feeling of being overwhelmed. That actually leads us nicely into our next word, an adverb, unfathomably.
Ooh, I like this one. It means something is so strange or so huge that it's difficult to fully understand.
And it's so much stronger than just saying incredibly. Incredibly means extremely large, but unfathomably means it's literally beyond our ability to comprehend or measure.
That's the key. You can't fathom it. It's for concepts that just break your brain a little. A tech CEO might say, 450 million subscribers is unfathomably large. You can't actually picture that many people.
Fathomably fast. It feels like we're living in a sci-fi movie.
That really gives your answer some weight. Okay, so moving from these huge internal concepts to external communication, let's talk about the phrase, to be blunt.
This means speaking in a very direct and honest way, even if it might seem rude.
And it's different from just being frank. Both are honest, but to be blunt implies you are deliberately removing the social niceties, the politeness.
It's almost like a warning, isn't it? Like you're saying, okay, I'm not going to sugarcoat this.
Exactly. And it can be a useful tool. If you're overwhelmed with emails, you might have to say, I'll be blunt. The odds of me replying before next week are very low. It sets a clear boundary.
Right. So imagine you're in an interview and they ask, do you prefer a blunt boss or a polite one who hides the truth?
That's a great question. A strong answer would show you understand the trade-off. I prefer a blunt boss. I want to know exactly where I stand because vague feedback doesn't help anyone.
Okay, so from directness to, the exact opposite. Let's discuss what it means to ramble.
To talk for a long time in a confused or unfocused way.
And the important distinction here is with the word digress. When you digress, you go off topic for a moment, but you generally know where you are, and you come back.
Right. Rambling is when you've lost the path completely. The speech is long, it's disjointed, and it's usually triggered by nerves or maybe too much excitement.
I do this when I get excited about a topic. I could ramble for hours about the new season of that show.
We all do. But in a professional setting, it can be a problem. So if asked, do you ramble when you are nervous in a job interview?
You could honestly say, yes, sometimes I ramble and talk too fast when I'm stressed. It's something I'm working on. It shows self-awareness.
That's a good way to handle it. Okay, let's shift focus to structure and priority. The next phrase is to revolve around.
This is about having something as the main subject or interest, and it's a powerful metaphor, the idea of orbiting a central point.
Yes, compare it to the word feature. If a movie features an actor, they're in it, they're important. But if the story revolves around them, they are the absolute center of everything.
Without them, the story collapses. Everything depends on them.
Exactly. You see this in creative work. For instance, my videos used to revolve around me, but now they revolve around the contestants. The whole focus is shifted.
You can even apply it to your own feelings. Like if someone asks, does your mood on weekends revolve around your football team's results?
My answer would be totally. If my team loses, my weekend is ruined. That result is the central point everything else orbits.
I can relate to that. From centrality to attraction. Let's look at to gravitate towards. This means being naturally attracted to something or someone.
And the key here is that it's natural. It's not a conscious choice. You don't seek it out, which is a deliberate action. You just feel this pull.
Like a force of nature, it's an instinctive attraction.
Yes, we use it to explain why people like certain things. People gravitate towards our videos because they are authentic. The audience is just naturally drawn in.
So for a speaking question like, which section in a bookstore do you naturally gravitate towards?
A great response would be, I always gravitate towards the travel section. I just love planning trips, and I feel this magnetic pull to those books.
That paints a really clear picture. Okay, let's do one more. Our final phrase is a really useful one, to brace yourself.
This means to prepare yourself, either physically or mentally, for something difficult that's coming.
And it's so different from just getting ready. Getting ready is general preparation. Bracing yourself is specifically preparing for a negative shock or impact.
Right, you're steeling yourself against something bad. A manager might say, brace yourselves because this news might be shocking.
It prepares the listener. We even use it for small, everyday stresses.
Oh, for sure. Like if you're asked, do you brace yourself before checking work emails on Monday morning?
The answer is yes. Yes, I take a deep breath and drink some coffee first. It's that little mental preparation ritual.
That's it, exactly. Okay, that wraps up our deep dive. I think it's time to test how well those nuances have stuck.
It's time for our advanced English quiz. Okay, question 1. The context is, refusing to buy a new car, he preferred to drive the hand-me-down vehicle his father left him.
So what characterizes a hand-me-down item? Is it option A, it is an item purchased at a discount from a secondhand shop? Option B, it is an item previously owned and passed on by another person? Or option C, it is an item that has been repurposed for a completely new use?
Feel free to pause the critique here if you need to think about the answer.
The correct answer is B. A hand-me-down is passed on from another person, usually someone you know, carrying that personal history we talked about.
Perfect. Question 2. After submitting the final report, she began to second-guess herself regarding the statistics.
In this context, to second-guess yourself means to, option A, confidently defend your conclusions, option B, critically analyze the work of colleagues, or option C, experience retroactive doubt concerning your own judgment.
Take a moment to think if you need to.
And the answer is C. To second-guess yourself is to experience that intense doubt after the fact, like worrying about the thumbnail you already chose.
All right. Question 3. To be blunt, your performance this quarter has not met our minimum expectations.
If someone is choosing to be blunt, are they? Option A, speaking vaguely to hide the truth. Option B, speaking candidly and directly, regardless of politeness. Or option C, offering criticism sandwiched between praise.
Pause here if you need a moment.
The correct option is B. To be blunt is to be direct, even if it seems rude. You're prioritizing clarity over politeness.
Exactly. Now for question 4. The director's new film seems to revolve around the complexities of modern isolation.
So, when a subject revolves around a theme, does it, option A, peripherally address the theme as a minor detail? Option B, treat the subject as the central defining focus? Or, option C, cycle through unrelated topics?
Feel free to pause and consider.
The answer is B. To revolve around means the theme is the absolute central focus, the sun that everything else orbits.
Got it. On to question 5. The CEO told the staff to brace themselves for the upcoming restructuring news.
To brace yourself implies that one must. Option A, steel oneself psychologically for an impending difficulty. Option B, remain flexible and adapt spontaneously. Or option C, openly voice opposition before the event.
You can pause here if you'd like.
The answer here is A. To brace yourself means to prepare mentally for that difficult impact, like taking a deep breath before checking Monday's emails.
Great. Question 6. The sheer scale of the universe is unfathomably vast.
Okay. Is something described as unfathomably vast? Option A, complex but ultimately calculable. Option B, impressively large but within expected parameters. Or option C, beyond the capacity of the mind to fully comprehend.
Think about that comparison with incredibly.
The correct option is C. Unfathomably means it is beyond our ability to fully understand or measure. It's just too big for our brains.
Perfect. Question 7. In social gatherings, he tends to gravitate towards people who share his obscure hobbies.
If you gravitate towards something, do you? Option A, deliberately steer the conversation. Option B, feel a natural pull or attraction to approach it. Or option C, reluctantly interact with it.
Pause the critique now if you need to.
The answer is B. To gravitate towards something is to feel that natural, instinctive pull, like being drawn to the travel section in a bookstore.
And our final question, number 8. I was so nervous during the interview that I started to ramble about my childhood pets.
To ramble in a conversation means to option A, hesitate frequently and remain silent. Option B, speak extensively in a disjointed and unfocused manner. Or option C, articulate complex ideas with brevity.
Take your time on this last one.
The correct option is B. To ramble is to talk at length in a confused, unfocused way, usually because you're stressed or nervous.
And that brings us to the end of our session. So today we covered the specific nuances of 8 really powerful phrases. Hand me down, second guess yourself, to be blunt, revolve around.
Brace yourself, unfathomably, gravitate towards, and ramble. And the real takeaway isn't just the definition, but knowing when to use them for maximum impact.
That's right. And don't forget to check your email for the daily quiz and a review of this critique. You can also listen to the next Connect and Practice session from SpeakDuo to use what you've learned.
And if you enjoyed learning with us today, please take a moment to leave a 5-star review. It really helps. We'll be back soon with more advanced insights.